credits for this song on Blonde run to 4 separate guitar parts. I think it's well known that the production and the whole kind of who played what where on this album was a little bit all over the place. I can hear 2 distinctly different guitar parts. There's probably other stuff going on too. Dylan's guitar part is played with a capo on the 4th fret, and he's playing as if he's in the key of C, because actually the song is in E, and you'll often see this song arranged in the key of E. The other important guitar part, I think it's a nylon strung guitar, is played without a capo, so playing shapes in E. But my arrangement is taken from my big Dylan book, and this, I reckon, is pretty much how he played it. Of course, you can put the capo wherever you like or do without a capo, but this is what I'm going to do now. The structure of the song, after a little intro, is 4 verses, each one followed by an identical chorus. And after the second chorus, we go to a bridge section that doesn't repeat. The first 3 verses and choruses are sung, and the 4th verse-chorus combo is played to a harmonica solo, and that's it. Okay, let's get started with the picking. Now, for a chord of C, I've got my thumb on the 5th string and my 3 picking fingers on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings. It's worth saying that the beat is divided into 3, so we get da-ga-da, 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 da-ga-da. So it would be something like this. So with 4 beats in the bar, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and we'd have a time signature of 12/8. You will see this song written in 6/8, but that's the idea. Now in the intro, I'm going to stick to the middle 4 strings. I'm going to play 2 beats of this C. Then I'm going to switch to this little shorthand kind of F here. And then I'm going to go to this. In fact, I'm only picking the 5th, 4th and 3rd strings for the F and G chords. So that's G with a B in the bass, and then it's back to a bar of C. So that whole thing. And again. And that's the intro finished. Now the verse kicks off with exactly the same thing with a slight twist. Nobody feels any pain. Okay, for the 3rd beat of that 2nd bar, I'm going to bring my little finger onto the 3rd fret of the 4th string to create a C sus4. And if you go up on the C sus4, maybe you come back down and make it a C, or maybe you go up again for the rest of the bar. I'd probably do that. So the first 4 bars, nobody feels any pain tonight as I stand inside the rain. Now we have a couple of bars, 2 beats each of F and G, and this time I'm going to play a full F, which means my thumb is going to come down to the 6th string, otherwise the picking's going to be the same. Everybody knows, and a full G as well, so the bass note for both of those chords is the 6th string, and the next bar's the same. The baby's got new clothes. Now in the following bar we have a separate chord for each beat. There's an F, an E minor, a D minor and a C, which means there's a descending bass line up for grabs. And I'm going to play them like this, starting with the F on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Then E minor, that bass note is on the 2nd fret of the 4th. For D minor, it's the open 4th, and then for the C, it's on the 3rd fret of the 5th. And that takes us to G7. The issue with our G7 is that the note that makes the difference between G7 and a straight G is on the top string, and we're not picking the top string. It's that note there. You'll have seen, if you've watched my video on Simon & Garfunkel's The Boxer, we've got exactly the same issue there. The solution is to add that F, that's the note that's different, elsewhere. And I'm going to do that on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Lately I see her ribbons and her bows. That whole thing picked. Lately I see her ribbons and her bows have fallen. 2 beats beats of A minor to a beat each of C, from and F, her, and we finish with a bar of G. Curls, dang, dang, dang. There's a little melody you can hear at the top of the chord, and it works like this in this last bar of G before we go into the chorus. I'm going to play my G without the top string, obviously. I've got the open second string at the top of the chord, but I'm going to begin with my first finger on the first fret of the second string, making G sus4. After the first beat, that comes off. Then it goes down to the second fret of the third string, and then I go back to a straight G. Okay, so if we go from the last 4 bars with the descending line, lately I see her ribbons and her bows have fallen from her curls. You might pick that. It's a little untidy once it gets down to the third string being the top note. Not quite sure what you're going to do there. I might just play that. The only other detail that's worth mentioning here is just before the A minor, lately I see her ribbons and her bows. I think it's in the bass in the original, but there's a G sharp leading us to the A minor. The G has a bass note on the third fret of the bottom string, and if we just slide up to the fourth fret, making G sharp right before we go to the A minor, it gives us a really smooth transition. Lately I see her ribbons and her bows have fallen from her curls. She takes just like a woman, and we're into the chorus. The chorus kicks off with a simple 2-bar phrase that's played 3 times. It's 2 beats of C, and a beat each of E minor and D minor, and then a whole bar of F. You could pick this. I'm going to strum this though, just to give a bit of contrast to the verse. She takes just like a woman, 2, 3, and again. She makes love just like a woman, and she aches just like a woman, 2, 3, 4, but she... And now we get exactly the same as the final bar of the verse. G sus4, G, G sus2, G, and we end on a half bar of C. It's actually just a 2-beat bar, so after all that 12/8, we've got a single bar in 6/8 of C. For the strumming, I'm doing this. I'm going down, up, down on each beat. Means you're kind of strumming down twice in a row, but the alternative is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, which kind of works, but it's quite easy to forget where the beginning of each beat is, so that's what I'm going to do. Down, up, down, down. It just gives us a bit more pulse, a bit more of a rhythmic aspect to the strumming here. Takes just like a woman, yes she does. She makes love just like a woman, yes she does. She aches just like a woman, but she breaks just like a little girl too. And that is that. Then there's an interlude, and the interlude looks like this. Now I've already got my first finger in position on the first fret of the second string from that C chord that I ended the chorus with. I'm now going to bar that across the top 2 strings at the first fret, bring my second finger onto the second fret of the third string for that little F shape, back to the C, F again, and then I'm going to bring that up 2 frets for the G and then return to the C. She breaks just like a little girl too. And then we're into the second verse. After the second chorus, we get into the bridge. That starts with 2 bars of E, then 2 bars of C. It was raining from the first, I was dying there of thirst, so I came in here. Another 2 bars of E, and And your long time curse hurts, but what's worse, now we get to F, is this pain in here. And we round off this bridge with the same device that we had at the end of the verse and the chorus, our G sus4, G, G sus2, back to G twice. I can't stay in here, ain't it clear that I just can't fit? And then we're into the third verse, third chorus, fourth verse and chorus are, as I say, a harmonica solo, and that's the end of the song. Okay, let's have a playthrough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody feels any pain. Tonight as I stand inside the rain, everybody knows the baby's got new clothes. But lately I see her ribbons and her bows have fallen from her curls. Takes just like a woman, yes she does. She makes love just like a woman, yes she does. She aches just like a woman, but she breaks just like a little girl. Queen Mary, she's my friend. Yeah, I believe I'll go see her again. Nobody has to guess, the baby can't be blessed till she finally sees that she's like all the rest, with her fog, amphetamine and pearls. She takes just like a woman, yes she does. She makes love just like a woman. Yeah, she aches just like a woman, but she breaks just like a little girl. It was raining from the first, and I was dying here of thirst, so I came in here. And your long time curse hurts, but what's worse is this pain in here. I can't stay in here, ain't it clear that I just can't fit? I believe it's time for us to quit. When we meet again, you introduced as friends. Please don't let on that you knew me when I was hungry and it was your world. Are you fake? Just like a woman, yes you do. You make love just like a woman, yeah you do. And you ache just like a woman, but you break just like a little girl. That's it.